leaves around, so, I said to move the bonfire somewhere else, and out of nowhere, Smokey Bear shows up and hugs me.
So you noticed some wildfire hazards and moved your bonfire to a safer location.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Smokey, all right. He likes it when people help prevent wildfires. It hits him close to home. Not everybody gets the hug, my friend. So that's pretty special to get a hug from Smokey Bear.
So it was him. Hey, guys, I told you it was Smokey.
Okay, well, congratulations, my friend. And thanks for calling. There are many ways to prevent a wildfire. Learn how you can do your part at SmokeyBear.com.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Sponsored by the U.S. Forest Service, Ad Council, and your state forester.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Little roller up along first. Behind the see you, Pittsburgh. Can't wait. All the baby is out of the field. He's going to go into the end zone. Looking, throwing in the end zone.
You're tuned into Game On with John Silverberg. Talking all things sports. It's
Game on! Yeah, game on!
Game On, right here on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Happy Tuesday to all of you. This is Game On live on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. Here, we're on worldwidesportsradio.com, YouTube, Instagram, Periscope, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Facebook, and so much more. I'm your host, Josh Silver, of course. My co-host, my father. It's his last week in Florida, Nelson Silverberg. He'll pop on now. And then, of course, on the board, Speedy Petey. He'll pop on now as well. And we'll get the whole rendezvous together. I don't know where Speedy is, but he'll pop on at some point. Dad, I know it's your last week. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good.
So
I'm just excited to get home. I'm excited to get home and not excited to go home, if you know what I mean.
That makes sense. You come home with all
the drive is a drive. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, the drive is the worst.
Yes.
You know, I mean, everything like that. And meanwhile, it's crazy. I go to Vegas in like 2.5 weeks. They better get this TSA thing figured out. This is going to be a very annoying thing, I feel like.
That's going to be the least of your problems.
Oh, this is I don't know. This whole TSA thing is becoming a dilemma and a problem. But that's a whole other conversation for another day. We're going to get into the World Baseball Classic, USA and Venezuela. They played later tonight, so that should be a lot of fun. That should be exciting. Excuse me. Mr. Dominican McLean is going to be going on. Where is Speedy? Speedy should be hyped up about this. He was so excited to see where you were going to be on your last week. And he's not even on the camera. This is disappointing.
I came all the way this way just for him.
Speedy, what are you doing?
Let me ask a question. Sorry.
Whoa, come on. You came. Get on. He came all this way for the scenery.
Oh, I know. This is shenanigans.
This is shenanigans, Speedy.
Oh, is that it?
Look. All right, now show him the background. Look at that. That is Speedy. You remember that?
I do.
Is the globe in it? Do I got the globe?
Yes, you do, right by your hand. If you drop your hand down a little bit, there you go. Yeah, it looks crowded.
The boat.
Oh, and there's even a boat. Look at that. You got a boat, Speedy. You got a nice boat to go with the rendezvous.
That explains what the sound was.
Yeah, I thought it was me farting. Nevertheless, I also have Speedy on because we're going to get into a little bit of March Madness. I don't know, Speedy, have you disclosed your Final Four yet, or have you not done that yet?
I have.
You have. All right, I'm going to disclose mine. This is exciting. I know my father does not have one yet.
I will do it next week when I have time to look at it.
Are you serious? The tournament starts Thursday and Friday. You can't do that.
Well,
That's bogus.
I'll tell you what. This is what I'm going to do. I will email it to you guys.
No, you won't.
I will. I just can't do it right now. I'm on vacation.
You've been on vacation for 3 months.
That's right.
All right.
I mean, I could be an idiot and go, oh, I'm going to take Duke and, I'm going to think about this.
Well, I mean, Speedy's going to hate mine probably because Speedy hates mine every year, so.
Uh-oh.
You're usually good at this. You're pretty good at this.
Repeating, is that what it is?
What'd you say?
You have Florida repeating, is that what it is?
What happened?
I said you have Florida repeating.
How'd you know? What gave it away? No, seriously, how'd you know?
You said it would be something I would disagree with.
Oh, yeah, I think Florida's going to repeat, yes.
That would all make sense.
All right, my final four. Here we go. I have, this is interesting. I have Michigan. I have against Arizona, which seems to be the popular one. Everybody's picking Arizona. And I have Florida against St. John's. And I only picked St. John's because I feel like the problem is Duke with the injuries. I don't know. Duke with the injuries is not ideal. I don't know. So what I like about it is this. I know Michigan got to the championship in the Big Ten, everything like that. I like how Michigan is defensively. I think they're good for this tournament. I think that's good. Arizona, to me, very efficient. I say, geez, Dad, this is the noisiest it's ever been for my father.
I'm going to move.
That's the noisiest.
I'll move. That's no problem. It's City Walk. City Walk's a little, because everybody wants to take a picture with the globe. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's going to move to the other side of the bridge. Hopefully that'll quiet it down.
Tonight. There we go. Speedy, would
is
you
that
agree
better?
It's the noisiest he's ever been?
I would say so.
Yeah, what's going on?
Is that
here?
better?
You're saving the worst for last?
Is that better?
Why do you disagree with Florida? I don't understand that.
The trend is not on its side. Besides UConn, like teams that win the year before don't usually advance past the round of 32. And Josh might be frozen.
What happened to Josh?
And it looks like Josh is frozen. Maybe I'll give you time to study your bracket.
Kind of quality. Who's his internet provider? Jimmy? God, Josh, just restart the computer. Come on. All right, Speedy, why don't you just give us yours while we're waiting?
All right. So the ones I had a different 5 seed actually. I actually had Vanderbilt. They're one of my sleep. I also had Michigan. They actually.
Okay.
I had Gonzaga in that region. I do like Purdue though too. I know Josh will hate Purdue, so that's another thing we'll disagree with because he always hates on Purdue. And I actually went with one sleeper this year, and that was Louisville.
Who?
Louisville was my sleeper this year.
Oh, okay.
And I missed.
So you. Okay, so you had Michigan.
Yeah. That's
You have Michigan winning it all.
Yes, I did.
All right. I could buy it. Nobody likes Duke. Too injured. All right. I'm buying it.
That seems to be the trend. A lot of people are taking that St. John's upset that he had as well. I have seen that.
Well, a lot of people, I've been away, so I'm not on top of it like I usually am. But from what I'm hearing is that everybody's a little upset, St. John's fans, that they got screwed in this seedings.
All right, looks like we got him back.
Boy, we wait till the last week in Florida for this to happen. Unbelievable.
Josh, you got to be more responsible with your provider.
Sure, we'll go with that. That's the problem. Yeah. So, anyways, I was saying earlier, I know Errol's going to be very disappointed that I did not pick the best coach in college basketball in John Shire to win a national championship. But I do that on purpose because Errol's a big Duke fan. By the way, I'm actually going to hold on. I got to find the conversation. So I sent this to Errol the other day. He never responded. You ready? It said, "You ready for this? This is great. The East region is filled with elite coaches. You ready?" Errol never responded.
I know the coaches, yeah.
Rick Pitino, Tom Izzo, Danny Hurley, Bill Self, and John Shire. And I said, my guy.
That is. That's an awesome set. That's it.
John Shire? John Shire is not an elite coach. John Shire is not an elite coach.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you were probably on Wisconsin.
No. See. Because here's the thing. Wisconsin took the easy route. They figured Bo Ryan's going to quit, so we'll just keep Greg Gardner as the assistant for the next 10 years. And meanwhile, the last-second shot against Michigan, right? I don't think I've ever seen a team lose more last-second shots than Wisconsin does. It's crazy. To me, I think it's what'd you say?
I said it looked like they should have won that game.
I mean, it was, but that's my final four, and then I have Florida beating Michigan in the finals. Is that a problem?
so you have Florida and Speedy has Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan was actually my champ.
So you have Michigan. Obviously, you don't have Florida in the finals.
No, I don't. Actually, I was telling your father that left side of the region is actually my unconventional one. You had St. John's in the Final Four. I had actually in that region. I had Louisville. They're my sleeper this year. Yep.
Louisville. Have you seen their net offensive rating? It's like horrible.
And they're all top 20 efficiency both ways. So they're an interesting one. Usually, like ACC always makes a weird.
But why would you? Yeah, but you're telling me. See, like that's the thing. I view it as if there's any sleeper team that should be tokened about it, it should be Michigan State. It is.
I don't like Michigan State this year. Actually, but it seems like we do disagree a lot.
I mean, we never. I mean, I still think the best year ever was when Arrow had a bet with me. Speedy remembers the bet. Arrow said, "How about this? You ready? You take UConn, right?"
Oh, that was 2 years ago. Yeah.
That was 2 years ago, and I'll take the field, right?
Okay. And
You remember?
Yep, I do remember that. Arrow actually wants me to mention that he is again taking the same team he took in 2024 in Purdue.
Oh, Florida?
No, Purdue.
I was thinking again Purdue. Again.
Which I think you disagree with.
But it's so funny. Errol said to me, he goes, I'll place a bet with you. He goes, you'll take UConn, I'll take the field. You know, I said to him, I said, good. I said, easy. And you know what UConn did? UConn destroyed every opponent. Every opponent, it wasn't even close. They wiped the floor with every team.
Now you're trying the same trend again, going for the back-to-back with Florida.
Well, I think what's interesting is I think the side that Florida is into me, I think is why I kind of went that route because I mean you're talking about like their first round is they're gonna face a 16, right? Clemson to me doesn't scare me. I have Clemson beating Iowa. That doesn't scare me. You want to say Vanderbilt could be an interesting one, but
then the other one I have.
But then again, I mean, didn't who just won the SEC? Wasn't it
Arkansas?
Yeah. So they beat Vanderbilt in the finals. Yeah. But I don't think to me, I just think Florida's more consistent than Vanderbilt is this year. Some people like Nebraska a lot because they could shoot threes like crazy. I don't know, like Houston to me, I know Errol really likes what's his face. He likes what's the coach? Yeah, he likes Sampson. I have North Carolina winning actually. I can't go with Houston anymore. Their offensive efficiency every year is horrific. It's just awful. So to me, I think Florida has actually the easiest bracket of all of them, in my opinion. I would say Michigan's close. But I think Florida's the easiest bracket. No. Wisconsin got hosed. Wisconsin got hosed.
Yes, they did.
Wisconsin got hosed.
That's the best top.
Wisconsin got, oh, hey, by the way, if we win, hey, we get to play Arkansas in the next round who won the SEC.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, if we win that one, we get to play Arizona.
Arizona, yeah.
Actually, you know who got really lambasted? St. John's.
I just said that. See, I said that. I don't know nothing, but I said that.
I missed it. Yeah, St. John's got absolutely, but you want to know something, though? I view it as this. I think where St. John's kind of got to break a little bit. Now, I know obviously they got to travel to the West Coast. That sucks. But because you have to remember, last year they were in Rhode Island, right? They were home, and they lost. It didn't make a difference. And they were a 2 seed. The injuries to Duke leave open the door for St. John's. You know what I'm saying? That, I think, is the problem that Duke is trying to figure out right now is just they're missing 2 of their top players. What'd you say, Speedy?
No, everyone was telling me about he thinks Virginia got host compared to Wisconsin. I was saying they're not in the same region.
Wait, what happened? What did he say?
He said Virginia got host compared to Wisconsin. They're not in the same region, though. Virginia's with Michigan. They're with Michigan.
Oh, please, let me see. Who is Virginia playing?
They're in the region with Iowa State and Michigan.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Virginia's playing in Philadelphia. To me, Wisconsin's got to go to Portland, Oregon. If they win, they play Arkansas. What?
I guess it wasn't bad as last year where they had to play BYU in Denver or whatever that was.
Oh, by the way, I like this one. Giannis now out with knee injuries.
Oh, yeah.
No.
To me, I view it as this. I still think John Shire is an elite coach. He is the elite of the elite. I think he's better than Coach K. They should rename the court after him. 1,000%. That should happen by far. It's real. I think what Sean Shire has done has already eclipsed anything Coach K could do. I was joking. It's sarcasm.
Yeah, okay, good.
I'll go that.
You imagine ever naming the John Shire Court?
I'll be ready for that.
No, I'm gonna tell you, I'll be the first one. I'll be the first one in line to go, and I'll clap it up. John Shire, and his top assistant, Grayson Allen. But no, to me, I still think I understand what you're saying with Michigan, and Michigan was the thing about Michigan that kind of scares me a little bit. I do have them in the final. It's their offense seems to go kind of very cold, and I don't know if they have a go-to person. You know what I mean? They have a lot of height. That's one thing Michigan does have. They have a lot of size, which is huge. No pun intended. Like I said, I think what St. John's did, St. John's got hot at the right time. You know what I'm saying? I think, and I know they were the home team at MSG. I get it, but to beat UConn by 24 points.
No, that means something.
That means. It was. Ejiofor to me is a game changer, and it's so crazy. Last year, they were a more defensive, efficient team, right? That was what St. John's was. They couldn't score. So Patino swapped roles this year. He went more offensive efficiency this year in the recruiting, dropped below defensively. Well, now the last 2 weeks or so, and you saw it in the Big East tournament, the defensive efficiency has gone up, but the scoring. I'm not saying St. John's is going to win the national championship. That's not what I'm saying. But I think if they get to the Final Four, I view it as this. If St. John's is going to get there, they're going to have to beat And again, if anybody got the hose the worst, it's St. John's. They're going to have to beat Kansas, then
Tough.
Duke, then Michigan State. You're talking beating Bill Self, Tom Izzo, and what's his face from Duke? Just kidding. I know who he is. John Shire. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So to me, you win the Big East. But I actually like what Pitino said. Pitino said, hey, listen, he flat out said it. Listen, we want to win the whole thing. Let's go beat the best that there is.
That's right. I think he's right. And he might be the best coach in the tournament.
Exactly. He's probably the best coach. What would you say, Speedy? I think he's probably the best coach in the tournament, you would say. Pitino, out of all the accolades.
You got Izzo, Pitino.
John Shire.
Will you stop?
John Shire might be like the 9th best coach in his region.
Seriously. No. According to ESPN, he's an elite coach in that region.
Are you talking ninth best in the region or ninth best in?
9th best in the region.
Okay.
No, you have Calipari, but Calipari just doesn't know X's and O's. He just recruits well. But it's also kind of I will say this. I think him winning the SEC finally is proving his point because, and I can't stand Calipari. I hate him. I can't stand him. A lot of people don't like him. But I will give him this. He did say flat out, I'm not going to go into the transfer portal and recruit my teams that way. I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way and get the 5-star kids in here.
Really?
Hey, listen, they won the SEC. Did they not?
I understand. And now they'll all be gone.
Probably. But he gets another little act. Hey, listen. People were questioning when he left Kentucky in the first place. But Arkansas threw him a bag that he couldn't turn down. That was the reality of it. Speedy, where do you have Wisconsin going?
Losing to Arkansas. I almost picked him to win. I was torn, but I had him losing Arkansas. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's actually further than that might be further than I would think it is.
Why? You don't think they'll lose in the first round?
No. I think they'll beat High Point. I actually think they'll beat Arkansas. I think they'll lose to Arizona.
Okay.
Wisconsin's tough. They are. They're because they're very.
But they lose.
No, that's the problem. They're very hit or miss. That's the issue. But now does Wisconsin lose? They always lose the worst way possible.
Yes.
They always lose on buzzer.
Yeah.
I've never seen a team lose on more buzzer beater shots than Wisconsin always does. It's incredible how many times they do that.
All right. Josh is
all
saying.
Right, this way. Look where I walk. Look how far I walk.
Right. At the Portofino Bay. Wow, it's like you're in Italy now.
Phew.
To me, I view it as, I think it's such. I think this year it's very wide open, and a lot of people thought. Remember, last year was the most. People thought last year was the most wide open the tournament had been in some time. Right, last year. I think you can make that case for this year. I don't think there's a dominant straight on number 1 seed that's a can't miss. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think there's that. And the problem is, I don't know if there is going to be that. Listen, I think Dan Hurley's a nutcase. I think he's an absolute wacko.
Yeah, but he's a great coach.
Great coach. He's won to win it. In the way the recruiting is done today, and to win it 2 years in a row,
exactly.
Impressive. But not only that, but to do it 2 years ago, where he won every game by like 25 plus points,
right?
And rough shot over the tournament, like it wasn't even a contest. And to me, I think that's extremely impressive. Now, again, he's a nutcase, he's a wacko. I think he is. I think he's almost. I think he's not verbally he's not physically aggressive. Like I think he's the closest thing we have to Bob Knight that we have today.
Okay.
No. But again, I said not physically aggressive.
Okay.
Verbally, he is. If you see how he talks, Speedy nuts. If you see how he talks to his players, he gets nasty, like nasty. Like he got in the championship game, he got a tech the other night. Within like the first 8 minutes of the game, he got a tech. I'm like, oh, we're doing this already. Okay. To me, I find him to be a little much. But listen, he's probably the best coach in the country right now, where Patino is close.
It's a funny thing. He might be the best coach, but it's all, like they both recruit so well, like Patino and Hurley. I mean, Hurley has the advantage that he's recruiting to a team with a history. Patino's done an amazing job getting guys to a team that has no real history in 40 years.
Not that anybody cares. Jalen Brunson is out for the game tonight for the Knicks. But the bigger news, Deuce McBride is doing on-court activities and taking contact.
What activities is he? Just eating lunch? What is his activities?
It would be on the court. So I don't know if he's allowed to do that on the court. But I will tell you this, though. Again, and I said to people many times, when the Knicks get to the playoffs, he's going to have to do a 10-man rotation, possibly 11. That's what he's going to have to do. Because I don't know who you're pulling out of the rotation. I don't know who you're pulling out. You're not pulling out Robinson. You're not pulling out Diawara. You're not pulling out Alvarado. You're not pulling out McBride. You're not pulling out Shamet. You know what I'm saying?
No,
so that alone, that's 10 guys right off the bat, right there. So
I don't
know. So you're not. I don't know where. I mean, he's listen. Rick Carlisle did a 11-man rotation last year, and they almost won the whole thing.
I know that was a fluky thing. That's not how teams operate in the playoffs, though.
I understand. Yeah, but you know what, though? I think here's the thing. You have Alvarado that can play the 1. You have McBride can play the 2. Diawara can play – no, Shamet can play the 3. Diawara can play the 4. Robinson can play the 5. So you have a guy at each position to come in. You know what I'm saying? That will fit.
I get it.
So
I
mean, who's going to come out of the rotation right now for this Knicks team? Who are they going to – they can't take anybody out.
Yeah, but meaningful minutes, I don't see really 10 men. Hey, look where I am. Look at that.
Okay. Oh, where is that? That's Sal's.
That's your favorite place.
That is my favorite place. I do like Sal's. I'm just trying to think, like, who would he pull out of the rotation? Speedy, do you know anybody? I don't know who he would pull out.
Yeah. It wouldn't even happen right away either if they're going to do that. So it would probably be then how well Diawara's playing. So
I don't know. I don't see it. I think I just don't see it going 10 men. That's crazy. I don't think they have to.
Yes, they do.
You just name guys. I know the guys that you name are key contributors, but I'm just saying once the playoffs start, I don't think they're going to use them all.
Let me ask you this. Is Mitchell Robinson coming out of the rotation?
Mitchell Robinson will play 2.5 quarters a game.
I'm asking, will he come out of the rotation?
Out of the rotation? You mean he's not going to play? He's playing every game.
That's what I said. Okay, so he's in. Okay, that's one. All right. You traded for Alvarado. You taking Alvarado out of the rotation?
Maybe.
No, you're not. You're not.
Maybe they do.
With his defensive efficiency, and he's the best point guard off the bench. They're not.
But they're not going to go 3 deep on their point guard.
I'm going to ask Speedy this because Speedy will just answer it. Robinson, is he coming out? Yes or no? Okay. Alvarado, is he coming out?
I wouldn't. No.
No. Shamet, is he coming out?
No.
Okay. McBride comes back. Is he coming out?
If he's healthy, no.
Okay. Diawara, is he coming out?
I would hope.
Okay. You know who's the guy that's going to get the short end of the stick, and he's been playing well, actually? Clarkson.
Yeah, but if what's his name is healthy and he comes back and he plays backup point guard, that already is the 2 point guards. They're not going to go to Alvarado as much as you think that.
I would say McBride's more of a 2 than a 1. I think Alvarado's more of the 1 because when Alvarado plays with Towns, when Brunson's on the bench, it works well. It works well.
We'll see. I don't know.
Again, I think Jordan Clarkson's the one that's actually going to get screwed in this whole thing. Clarkson, because he's been playing very well, and in the playoffs, I think you need pop and shot guys in the playoffs that can get you 20 plus points off the bench. I don't know where Clarkson's going to fit unless you bench Diawara for him, but Diawara is more of a two-way player.
So who's the second unit for the Knicks? Read it.
Alvarado, let's see, Diawara, Shamet.
So what's his name? No, what's his name? Not in the second unit, right?
No. You're saying if McBride comes back?
Yeah, he's not in the second unit.
No, McBride's second, and then Robinson. That's your second unit. Alvarado, McBride, Diawara, Shamet, and Robinson. That's your second unit. Although, I think what they should do, maybe, and people are not going to like this, they should bench Bridges and put Shannon in the starting lineup and have Bridges come off the bench.
That's never going to happen.
And Bridges,
that ain't happening.
Bridges would be a nice spark off the bench. I'm just saying.
It ain't happening. They gave up too much for him. He's a lock.
Well, according to Stephen A. Smith, the Knicks and the way the Knicks not succeeding is Jalen Brunson's fault, apparently. Apparently, it's Jalen Brunson's fault. Because the Knicks because the Knicks only stuck for how many plus years, And he took 150.
Are you saying that Jalen Brunson's holding the team back?
He said, quote, the Bridges trade is Jalen Brunson's fault, and it's holding the team back from doing more.
I see what you're saying.
But my thought process is this. I'm so sorry. The Knicks stuck for 25 plus years. I'm sorry. You greedy son of a a-hole. You know what I mean? Which is where I think Stephen A. Smith is. This is why no Knick fan wants him on the bandwagon anymore, because we can't stand him, because he's a clown. And Jalen Brunson only took a $115 million pay cut. Okay? And at the time, if I recall, when the Knicks made the trade for Bridges, all Stephen A. Smith kept saying, orange and blue skies, orange and blue skies, orange and blue. Now it's and then watch Bridges succeed in the playoffs like he did last year, and then watch Stephen A. Smith say, I knew this would happen. I knew this would happen.
Yeah, that's right.
I said this was going to happen, okay? I said this was going to happen. You feel me? I was on the court at Madison Square Garden sitting next to Fat Joe when we watched it, okay?
I think, it was a terrible trade, but they thought they were going to get an 18 point per game scorer with great defense. That's what they were expecting.
You know what will make everybody forget? If he plays well in the playoffs like he did last year.
Yeah, if he plays well in the playoffs, that's right. And he's capable.
He did it last year when he won games 1 and 2 against Boston.
He's capable.
So I think he gets in his own head sometimes. But anyway, that's a whole other thing. But let's get to the World Baseball Classic because the finals are tonight. United States against Venezuela. And
thank God it's not Italy. I'm so glad Italy didn't make the finals.
I love how you're saying that right next to the Italy Hotel at Universal Studios. That is wonderful to say. What a time.
Oh, that is a terrible thing I said. Yikes. But I mean, look, Japan got knocked out. DR got knocked out. If Venezuela got knocked out, that would have been, then all of a sudden it's like this team got in fluky, just fluky. And, I would have loved to see Japan make it to the finals, but Venezuela's fine. That's what I feel.
To me, I view the whole situation as this. I just want to see Nolan McLean come out of this game healthy tonight. Okay, I don't want to see overthrowing, amped up, throwing 99 miles an hour like he did the last game against Italy, where he was completely the first inning he was throwing 99. I don't remember. We saw him throw 97, 96 in the regular season last year. Did you see 99 last year from him? I didn't see it.
No, he was overthrowing. The funniest thing, I've heard 3 different people say the same thing about him, and the same exact word is, he's made for this. 3 people said it. Mendoza said it, the WBC manager said it, and also McLean said it himself.
Mark DeRosa doesn't even know that his team is still in the tournament. So in the end, it's like, which, by the way, he cost himself a future Major League Baseball manager job, by the way, by doing that. That's but my point is this. If McClain has a bad outing tonight, are we all going to really remember this? It's Game 3 of the World Series, and Nolan McClain is on the mound 4 years later, as he's going to try to rebound from his World Baseball Classic Championship loss that he had 4 years ago against Venezuela. Are we all going to remember this? Come on.
No, but I want him to pitch well because I think things like this can carry over a little bit. Bust his stomach.
I want him to pitch well, but I also want him to get out healthy.
Of course. I mean, hopefully we have the same home plate empire that we had during the DR game because that would be very helpful.
Jesus Christ.
That would be helpful.
Let me tell you, the fact that people are saying that Perdomo shouldn't be complaining, he should have swung. I'm like, but it wasn't even close. It wasn't even
it was like 6 inches out.
It wasn't even, and the sad thing was he gets walked. Tatis is out.
Yeah.
There. And by the way, Tatis is Miller's teammate. So people forget that. You don't think he knows what Miller is capable of?
It would have been first and second and the leadoff hitter coming up.
I think the teams that should worry tonight are the Yankees and the Padres because Bednar and Miller are both available tonight. I'm like, that's good. They're gonna pitch 4 days in like 5 days.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
This is really the problem with this is the only problem with the tournament is that, really.
They should do it in the middle of the year. Instead of the All-Star weekend, do it for 2 weeks and do it that way. Like the NHL did with the 4 nations. Do it that way. Take away the All-Star.
But then either way it's bad because then, like let's say McClain's like 12-2. Now all of a sudden you lose a McClain start because he was used in the last game of this Either way, it's bad. I mean, it's just difficult to make this work.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I view the whole situation as this: if McClain pitches well tonight, he goes. And here's the thing: I think they capped him at 70 pitches. I think they said 60 or 70. I don't remember what they said. Speedy. I can't remember what they said. I think it was 70. Like if he's throwing a shutout and has like 7 strikeouts, they're pulling him. And
you got to pull him.
Yeah, and and then everybody's gonna sit there and everybody's gonna go. This is why this is not as much fun. Now, I will say this: I thought Julio, and I understand some of the comments that some of these guys are making. Like Julio Rodriguez said, he'd rather win this than win a World Series because it's his country. Like I understand to a certain extent. But I also remember, hey, listen, who's the one that's giving you the $400 and $500 million contract that's making your name recognizable? So, I understand that's where you came from. It's your heritage. It's on your chest. Applaud you. Appreciate it. Just remember who's paying you money.
Yeah, I think the cool thing about it is that when you play in a World Series, you're either playing in a home game or an away game, which means all the fans are for you or against you.
Yeah, this is a mutual.
But when you're in this environment, like it's just constant noise. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's just a crowd noise. There's guys rooting for everybody, so it makes it a more interesting. And it's pretty cool. I think it's really cool.
No, I never. Do you like it?
I enjoy the environment. I think he's definitely right about that. I know Aaron Judge was saying, the environment's always going to be better because a lot of these players, especially with the Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic countries like that, have followed these players longer than just they were in the pros too. So there is an attachment to it. But I agree with you. They have to be in the middle of the season, I think, for it to really get the top reputation. I get what you're saying, Nelson, with the idea of you're going to lose a start in the second half of the season, I guess. But at the same time, I think teams are already kind of load managing anyway.
Yeah, what were you going to say? You were going to say something before. What were you going to say?
Well, I think you can make it work. Let's say every 4 years, you cut the regular season down to 152 games, and then you slap this in the middle. I guess it's possible. I don't know what all the players that don't make the tournament are going to do, but I guess they'll have a nice 2-week vacation.
Do we agree with what Juan Soto said when he said, we know who the best team in this tournament is?
I think they had the best lineup
Yes.
They had one of the best lineups you'll ever see in
Yes.
baseball.
I mean, Skenes pitched really well. Skenes pitched, and the bullpen was great. Whitlock, Bednar, and
Right.
yeah.
I don't think their rotation was great, but I think their lineup was awesome. You know, but yeah. I don't know how Goldschmidt, like you brought it up, how did Goldschmidt make this team?
I apparently DeRosa asked Alonso. Alonso said he didn't want to do it now because he wanted to get acclimated to being with Judge. Is very close with Goldschmidt. They threw him a bone. And I'm like, you're telling me you couldn't find somebody better?
Yeah, that's kind of low. I'm saying.
I mean, let me tell you, I don't think any really of the big position players for the Mets went. Bichette, Lindor, none of them went.
You know what I'm surprised didn't go, and I don't even know what country you would go with, is Alvarez.
Venezuela.
Yeah, I thought Alvarez could have certainly made that team.
Who's the catcher for Venezuela?
Perez is on that team, though. Salvador
Who is it?
I thought
Oh, yeah.
Salvador Perez was
Yeah, it's Salvador Perez is on that team. I don't think it would have been. I don't think Alvarez was ever going to get playing time. I think he'll be the captain of the future for that team. Everything like that. But I just think a guy like MJ Melendez, he left. I forget which country he went to go play for. He left, even though he was fighting for a fourth outfield spot with the Mets, and he left, which was, I think, idiotic, and he never got any playing time in this tournament.
Right.
You know, I mean, listen, the Italy thing was unique. It was different. It was interesting. It was fun, especially because they had like the espresso machine and the
Yeah, it was great.
That was funny.
I think it's funny how players even qualify for the country they play for. You know,
like Austin Wells was the catcher for the DR, and I'm just everybody's like, what?
What the hell's going on?
Austin Wells, Dominican Republic. How did that happen?
How'd they field an Israel team? These are the questions I have questions about.
I will say this though. I think a guy that made him look really good this tournament, he's gonna get a job, is Cervelli. The Francisco Cervelli, he's gonna get himself a job now.
Yeah.
He's gonna get a job now. I mean, the fact that he got Italy to the semis is impressive. He's getting a job, and he's a catcher, which makes him more prime for a
catches do well. Do well.
Yep.
And the other thing that's great about it, it's the hardest thing to do as a manager to take a bunch of really good ball players and focus on just having a good time and winning.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, it's.
You can see him finish.
No, I was gonna say, I see the exuberance, like in the DR USA game when Caminero hit the home run, and I think what threw that whole game off was when Judge threw Tatis out at third. Like the DR stopped being aggressive. They just stopped. Like I forget. I don't remember who got a hit. I think it was oh god, I forget who got a hit for the DR, and Wells easily could have scored.
Right, and he didn't go in.
After Carl Armstrong threw a ball way wide to home plate, and he didn't go. And then I remember watching, going, "Wow!" I'm like, they're scared to run now because they're afraid the Judge throw got in their head with the Tatis play.
The other problem is that you're a team with that many good hitters.
Yeah,
you don't want to make a mistake on the base path. You always expect them to knock you in. I mean, they were scoring 10 runs a game.
Oh, it was what's his face? Oh god, it was Perdomo. Perdomo got the hit, and Wells could have scored. And I remember I was watching. I'm like, they didn't. And the third base coach stopped him. And I was like, wow. I'm like, that might cost him the game because then Tatis struck out against Bednar. So I was like, it's to me. Skenes pitched great. I think he was everything that was advertised. Whitlock, Bednar, and Miller were really good. Skenes was great. I mean, Paul Skenes was unbelievable in that game. He made one mistake, and that was it. He dominated that lineup, which was absurd.
I watched the U.S. team, and it reminds me of watching the Mets from last year. It's like watching the Mets. You got all these guys that are supposed to be great, and they score 2 runs a game, 3 runs a game. It's like,
well, that's
how can this team not break it open?
You know, but that's also what I'm saying. Like, when I look, let me see. Before we go, let me see. I want to see what they're. See Venezuela. Let me see. Here we go. Let me see. What's the lineup? So the lineup for tonight is Witt, Harper, Judge, Schwarber, Bregman, Anthony, Smith, Terang, and Buxton.
Yeah, who's hitting? I know Judge ain't hitting. I know Harper's not hitting.
Schwarber's not hitting.
Schwarber I don't expect to be good. But yeah.
And the lineup tonight for Venezuela is Acuna, Miguel Garcia, Arise, Eugenio Suarez, Gleyber Torres, Ezequiel Tovar, Willie Abreu, Salvador Perez, Jackson Churio. That's a really nice lineup.
That's a great lineup.
It's a very balanced lineup. That's no slap. I mean, that's not the DR lineup. That lineup is almost as good as the USA lineup.
Yeah. The USA lineup's really good at the bottom. They have a good lineup. It goes all the way down to the bottom. They got like Pete Crow Armstrong at the bottom. They got good.
Who's the catcher been for Team USA, Speedy? I know they've been splitting time between Will Smith and
Raleigh.
Yeah, so why is Cal Raleigh not playing?
He wasn't hitting much either. I guess maybe they decided to switch to Smith.
Yeah,
okay. And then Buxton starting ahead of PCA is interesting.
Oh, he is tonight?
Yeah, Buxton's in over PCA. Yeah, but
wow.
PCA, he hasn't been hitting.
He's hit. He just hasn't hit. How many games have they played? He had a really good game 2 games ago. It's not
the guy that I'm surprised that keeps getting playing time is Terang. I don't know how he keeps getting playing time. Every time I watch him, he never hits.
Now, how many hits has Harper got? Has he got more than 2 hits?
Let me tell you something. Judge, Harper, and Schwarber have been atrocious this tournament.
Yeah.
They've been awful. Awful. I'm surprised he went with Buxton, though, to start to lead off.
That's weird. I really thought PCA was going to play tonight. I'm shocked.
Not lead off, sorry. That's why. I mean, do we think this is overmanaging by DeRosa?
Yeah, these are the. I guess maybe it's lefty righty. I don't know why.
Well, because Rodriguez is the starter tonight. He's a lefty, so maybe that could be it.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know, but I would say Bobby Witt's hit. Bobby Witt's been pretty good.
Oh yeah, he's been really good.
Witt's probably been, I would say, Speedy, would you agree? Witt's probably been the best hitter.
Yeah. I mean, the only game they busted out was against Italy, right? And they lost that game. But that's the only game I remember they busted out offensively.
Yeah, because McLean wasn't great, but then the bullpen was a disaster.
Right. But they offensively busted out, and that was Pete Crow Armstrong.
You know who's actually been really good? Roman Anthony. Roman Anthony has been really good. Anthony, that guy hit for Boston. He's been a stud. There's a reason he's the #1 prospect in baseball for a reason. He's been a stud. That guy's going to be a pain in the butt in that AL East for years, man. That kid is a superstar.
Yeah, and the good thing is, Boston will be able to keep him.
Yeah, right. John Henry will trade him. Psych.
Yeah.
Don't trade him for everything altogether like Mookie Betts. Well, that is the end of our show. Now, listen. Now, Dad, you'll be home next week. You'll be back in your old room. I think I'm gonna do something interesting. I'm gonna do the show in a different room every week to keep it up. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep the excitement going. So it's like here, bathroom?
Maybe a bathroom one day. Backyard. Maybe I'll do it laying in bed. I don't know. It'll be interesting. Every week we'll do it differently. It'll be like I'll continue this, but not as big.
No. Oh. Well, listen. We're gonna miss the ambiance of everything behind us. I know Speedy.
Here, I'll give you one last view.
Speedy definitely is. Speedy was so.
Yeah, you don't have to replicate your best you can with the ambiance.
Yeah,
Is that nice?
how about this? Why don't you take a bunch of pictures, send it to your phone, and make it your background?
I got a ton of pictures from you. What do you think? I've been here for 3 months.
Yeah, I know. Well, don't forget to check us out, worldwidesportsradio.com, YouTube, Instagram, Periscope, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Facebook, and so much more. If you're watching the World Baseball Classic tonight, have fun. If you're watching the first 4 tonight, right, or whatever it's called, what is it called? The first
To get in the tournament?
What nonsense. Good luck if your school is in it, everything like that. It'll be interesting. Don't forget to check out Java and the Mouth on Mondays and Thursdays at 7:00 at 6:30. Speedy 6:30.
Well, actually, this week we're going to start at 8:30 on Thursday because.
Arrow must hate that so much.
Yep. I know what we're going to do.
He must hate that. Oh God. Don't forget to check out, of course, the Weekend Crunch on 103.9 FM with Speedy and Arrow, the LA News Radio Network. Check them out. All great stuff. We always know that only when I fill in for Arrow, that show is top notch. But I guess you got to work with what you have, as Speedy says, and everything of that nature. So on and so forth. Of course, Sunday in the Morning, that and other shows that we have here on the Worldwide Sports Radio. And of course, check us out. Game On every single Tuesday, 6 to 7 or whatever we start, 6:15, 6:10, so on and so forth. But always a great time. Listen, we appreciate that. We seriously do appreciate you doing this every week on your vacation. We do appreciate it.
It was fun. It's good.
I know Arrow's going to be thrilled that you're back. You don't have to hear it.
What?
Arrow's going to be thrilled that you're back.
Oh, great.
But we do appreciate, seriously, you taking the time to do this and everything like that. So thank you, Speedy. We always appreciate you. Appreciate everything you do for the show, everything of nature. We'll talk to you guys and all of you fans. Thank you to the fans listening. I think we'll talk to you next week. This has been Game On. Live on the Sports Radio Network for Nelson Silberg, for Speedy Petey. I'm Josh Silberg. Have a good night. Have a good week. We'll talk to you next Tuesday. Take care, everybody.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
This is Mario Andretti. You know